In this episode of the Motor City Hypnotist podcast, we're talking about oppositional defiant disorder. This is part 3. It's been a while. So long story short, folks, if you're looking for the podcast, we've been out for about a month because I had grad season and I was booked solid for like 2.5 weeks. So grad season's done. It was a huge success. We had some great shows. Grand Blanc was a great show. Northville, Farmington, North.
You did a lot.
You
did a lot. Yes.
Yeah. So we are back. So we're going to finish up oppositional defiant disorder because we only got through 2 episodes when we started this series. So now we're going to continue. This is part 3. If you've not listened to the other 2, you can go back after we're done here. Either way works. And as we always do on every single episode, we're giving away free stuff. Hang in there, folks. We'll be right back.
This sounds like something for the authorities in Detroit.
Well, joke's on you. I'm living to 102 and then dying, like the city of Detroit.
Guys like this antique over here out of Detroit.
Spawned in the hellfires of Motown.
Take him to Detroit.
No, not Detroit. No, please. Anything but that. No.
Stationed in Drambuie. It's worse than Detroit.
We did not have, as a unit, the confidence that we felt like we needed to beat Detroit.
Let's go to Detroit. Now you're talking, brother.
I don't think so. He plays for Detroit now.
Do they have many farms in Detroit?
Detroit. It's in Michigan.
I go to school. I know where Detroit is.
Get ready for the Motor City Hypnotist, David R. Wright, originating from the suburbs of Detroit, Michigan. He has hypnotized thousands of people from all over the United States. David R. Wright has been featured on news outlets all across the country and is the clinical director of an outpatient mental health and hypnosis clinic located just south of Detroit, where he helps people daily using the power of hypnosis. Welcome, the Motor City Hypnotist, David R. Wright.
What is going on, my friends? It is David Wright, the Motor City Hypnotist, and we are back with another episode of the Motor City Hypnotist podcast.
That you are. Welcome back,
As I mentioned in the intro, that was a long break, about a month, but we are back on normal schedule. So those of you who have probably seen my show over the past month and were looking for the podcast, it is here.
Oh, it's still here.
Well, and I let everybody know, hey, we join us Monday nights when we record.
Right,
so they're probably looking for it. So we're finally here. So,
but here's the thing: there's so much that they can catch up on.
Absolutely,
this is episode
hundreds of episodes. Yeah. We're in the 340s right now. Yeah. That is Matt Fox, the other voice you hear.
Well, hello.
We're hanging out here in the Podcast Your Voice Southfield Studios.
That we are
having a drink. The Palatial Studios.
You know what?
Hanging out doing a podcast.
You know what I'm really excited for since we're recording early?
Yes.
I get to go home and watch America's Got Talent.
Oh, okay.
You ever watch it?
I know of it. I don't watch it really. Honestly, I've seen clips on YouTube.
Yeah.
That's about it.
The gold buzzer. All
whatever.
Yeah, it's just something that we like to watch in the summertime.
That's cool. Yeah, that's awesome. So let me tell you, folks, first of all, where you can find me before we get started. My website is motorcityhypnotist.com. I know grad season is over, but we are now in fair and festival season. So, if you're an organizer for a county fair or state fair or a local, in fact, I think it was 2 summers ago, I did the Liberty Festival in Canton. So there are these festivals and things all over the place. So if you're looking for entertainment for your festival or fair, motorcityhypnotist.com/shows. I can have a quote to you within minutes and you can book online almost immediately.
Yep.
My social media, Facebook and YouTube, are both Motor City Hypnotist. Snapchat, Instagram, and TikTok are all Motor City Hypno. That's HYPNO. And as we've done every episode, going back to number 1, your free hypnosis guide. Just text the word hypnosis to 313-800-8510. Within a few moments, you'll get a text with a downloadable PDF. It's a hypnosis guide that I've written. It's not in depth by any means, but it gives you an overview of hypnosis, how and why it works, dispel some myths and misconceptions. That's yours for free. And it will also give you a link to my Google business page where I thankfully you can leave a review. That would help us out. Just say you leave a review on the podcast, or if you saw my show, you can leave a review on the show, or if you see me in person, you can leave a review on that.
Yeah.
However you know me, you can leave a review for it. That would be greatly appreciated.
One of each.
Yeah, absolutely. So Matt, congrats to you. Matt just finished his second Tough Mudder.
June 13th.
Yes.
Not this past weekend, the weekend before. 15K.
Nice.
Quite a few obstacles. I actually did overcome a fear.
Yes.
And it was the cage crawl where you're in water and you have to be, and you can't get out because there's a chain link fence that goes across it. So you have to crawl through on your back.
So your face is against the fence.
Your face is, you have about 6 inches between the water
so
and
you
fence.
do have breathing area.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But
that,
little claustrophobia.
That would freak me out a little bit.
But I overcame that fear.
Nice.
I just watched a few other folks. I'm like, I could do that.
Yeah.
Here we are.
Yeah.
So,
Nice.
thank you for
congrats.
that.
Yeah. I mean, had I known, you'd have been my winner of the week.
Wow.
You've been a repeat from your last Tough Mudder.
We were talking before. I feel good. You know, I did something at the age of 51 and just proved that I still have the stupidity to do stuff.
Absolutely. I mean, that's the way it works.
Yeah.
You have to have a little bit of stupidity to do certain things.
And the consensus around the group of gentlemen and ladies that did this is we will never do it again.
Really? That is the consensus.
Done.
Are you done?
We're done.
You might get the itch again.
No.
Yeah, you're done.
We're done. I'll work out in other another way.
Congrats, Matt Fox, for finishing another Tough Mudder.
Thank you.
That's a big deal.
I got a medal too.
Absolutely. You should get a medal. Yeah. All righty, Matt. It is time. It's been a while.
Winning is done.
Yes, sir.
All right. This story comes from France, and this is it's a little bit of an odd one.
We are from France,
but it's right in my wheelhouse. An animal therapy program at a psychiatric hospital in France is providing major improvements in care outcomes for patients.
Okay.
This is reported by the patients themselves, observed by hospital staff, and presented by the program organizers, who now want proper research done into the practice to help standardize it and allow it to be available more broadly across the country.
Okay, so animal therapy across the country?
Yep. The difference is, this is not with a dog or a bunny or a horse.
See an enemy?
Donkeys.
Donkey.
Compared with horses, the donkey definitely suffers from stereotyping across human culture and folklore. But it's fair to say this is a pretty unjustified rap, since the donkey has been with us far longer than its taller, rangier cousin, the horse.
Okay.
Domesticated 2,000 years or more before a horse ever felt the tug of a rein, donkeys are often used as therapy animals because of their gentle, social, and intelligent natures.
They're docile.
Owed perhaps to the long history of cooperations with humans.
Sure.
Every Friday at Ville-Yvard Hospital Complex in Neuilly-sur-Marne, near Paris, patients suffering from psychiatric disorders, anxiety, loneliness, and other elements get to visit the hospital's wooded farm sanctuary for a therapy session with a donkey. Donkeys were bred to bear tremendous burdens over long distances. The anxiety or even schizophrenia of the patients is no sweat for equines like Nano, Patou, Oscar, Manalo, or Malro, who will pull some of the patients around in carts, offer their hoofs for a nice cleaning to those who are a bit more confident, or just quietly muzzle others who need a good muzzling. Patients attend free of charge, and several describe it as a valuable change of scenery, which brings relief.
Okay.
Talking with people, taking part in activities I wouldn't normally do, it helps me in my daily life, said patient 52-year-old Jerome. It helps you break away from the routine of treatments and medications. Staying at home isn't good for me. Married couple Ermelinda and Francois Haiti launched the project for Ville-Yvard, and the first donkeys trained by Francois arrived in 2016. Ermelinda, a psychiatric therapy nurse, strongly believes in animal therapy. The couple determined that donkeys would be the perfect choice, but the program has grown to include all kinds of other critters, including goats, turtles, rabbits, guinea pigs, chickens, and doves. Alicia Fabi, an 18-year-old nursing student, said the activity gives patients a chance to leave the hospital environment. Every time we come back from the activity, they say they feel good, calm, and relaxed, and that they enjoy the outing. That's really positive, she said. The hospital and the Hades are looking to have proper scientific research performed on the donkey therapy program. Their hope is that it can be offered more broadly across the country. So therapy donkeys. I've been in this field for 34 years, Matt. I've never heard of therapy donkeys before.
That's right up there with therapy sea cucumber. That's right up there.
But I mean, the points are well made though. I mean, because donkeys are, I guess you always see the caricatures of donkeys, like Shrek or things like that. But I honestly, they probably make great therapy animals.
What sound effect should we use for that? What sound effect do you got in there?
God, that's a good question.
What kind of radio show is this?
Wait a minute. Wait.
Where is it? Come on, do it.
Of course, when I'm looking for it, I can't find it. I'm going to get it. This is going to bug me now.
Therapy.
There it is.
Great heavens! What kind of radio show is this?
So it is.
Here's the thing: an animal, no matter what it is, any animal, just about, can be human.
A therapy animal.
And a therapy animal, yeah. They can be taught to be. They're trainable.
Yes.
But for donkeys, I wonder who the brainiac is that said, you know what, that donkey looks like it could be my friend.
I don't know. I mean, again, it makes sense. I mean, in my head, I would have never thought of it.
No.
But again,
all right, but that's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool.
How winning is done.
Yes, it is.
Man.
I don't have a donkey sound, so.
So, back to it.
If you want, there's a movie on Prime. It's called the Tomorrow War, and Chris Pratt is in it.
Okay.
And there's a few other recognizable faces. But towards the beginning, he makes a donkey sound towards his daughter. He says, hee haw, and that you can grab that, and there's your donkey sound.
There we go. We'll have it.
Yep.
All right, folks. So we are back. I know it's been a long break, and we never finished up on oppositional defiant disorder, ODD. So these next couple of episodes are going to wrap up that subject, and then of course we'll move on to something new. But today we're going to continue our discussion around ODD, but this time I want to focus specifically on adolescence and family dynamics and how that plays in and how to address the strain that ODD causes with families.
All right.
Parents become exhausted. Teachers become frustrated. Siblings may feel ignored because all the attention goes towards the problem child.
Right.
In a sense, I hate to put it in that context, but
that's the middle child usually, right?
Yeah, it could be. In the child who's the focus of it feels misunderstood, angry, and ashamed because they're dealing with something they don't know how to deal with.
Sure.
So what we're going to discuss is how ODD develops, why adolescence intensifies the symptoms, the best evidence-based treatments, medications, and then also how families can start to rebuild relationships with people who have ODD. So the question is why teen years can escalate oppositional defiant disorder. So here's the problem. It's kind of baked in because during adolescence, you typically get a range of activities to kind of push your boundaries to know what you can do or what you can't do.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the normal thing through adolescence is testing boundaries. So
and where's that envelope?
Yeah. So, I mean, independence seeking, emotional intensity, formation of your identity, increased sensitivity to authority. These are kind of all natural things that happen in adolescence anyway. But with ODD, let's push those things a little bit higher. Teens with ODD now might refuse to go to school. They start breaking curfews. They engage in explosive arguments. They ignore rules. They become verbally aggressive. So you can see how this can affect the whole family in a household.
To quote Top Gun, the first one.
Yes.
Your name is writing checks your body can't cash.
Right. And here's the other thing that people don't think about, but this is really comes into play. Unlike children who are like 6 or 7, who you can manage physically, once they become adolescents, that becomes less of an option because teenagers are physically larger and harder to control physically.
Sure.
Yeah. So this whole situation of this oppositional defiance, it just creates this fear and helplessness in families, and they don't know what to do with it. So here's the thing. And this is the misunderstanding of ODD, because you could look at that and say, the kid's just being an asshole. He just needs to get whipped into shape. Part of that could be true.
Part of it.
But it is one of the biggest misconceptions about ODD. It's the belief that these kids are intentionally like calculating, or they're trying to be manipulative. And that's not the case at all. The reality of it is people with ODD have issues with emotional regulation.
Yes.
That is where the issue lies.
There's body movements that they have difficulty controlling, their speech, the noises that they make. There's a lot of things that go into the ODD. Yes.
Emotions rise rapidly. Frustration tolerance is very low, and calming down becomes very difficult for people with ODD.
Yes.
And again, many teens with ODD describe a feeling of constantly being criticized or misunderstood or targeted or emotionally overwhelmed. So it doesn't justify destructive behavior, but it helps explain why punishment doesn't really work, because it just makes them more defiant when you try to put a punishment in there.
Alice is chiming in saying, "Hi, David."
Hi, Alice. I haven't seen Alice in a long time.
Yeah, welcome back.
You're doing well, Alice. So one of the biggest factors that can drive ODD, not in all cases, but in many of them, is childhood trauma.
Yes.
Children exposed, and I'm not talking about necessarily like a trauma like a death or something like that, but it could be that. But it could be something just like chronic criticism from your parents or other family members. Instability in the family, which would be broken home or divorce situations or things like that. Witnessing or being a victim of violence.
There is, I should say, a new limited series that dropped on Netflix. It's called I Will Find You. It's Sam Worthington, Milo Ventimiglia, and some other faces you might recognize. And this young person in this movie, oh my goodness, the trauma.
Oh, right.
The absolute trauma. If you catch it, you'll understand what I'm saying. No spoilers, but you will understand. Oh my God.
Yeah. The other things that come into play are bullying, neglect, inconsistent caregiving. So most of the time when teens develop ODD, it's because they feel unsafe or powerless in their environment. So it's kind of counterintuitive, but you can't just address the behavior. We have to address the cause. And that's where, again, trauma-informed therapy can be very helpful.
Right.
It builds emotional safety. It helps you process painful experiences, and it develop healthier coping skills. So
wait, go back. The coping skills.
Yeah.
That is that's learned. The coping skills are
develop healthier coping skills. Yes.
That is a learned behavior because once they start to recognize what their triggers are, if the environment around them, it's really noisy or what have you, if they have they're cognizant of those things, and they know when they're becoming to a point where they're anxious and they need to step away, that is a good thing.
Yep.
That's a very good thing.
Yes. So what are the most effective therapies for ODD?
Yes.
That's something that people would probably be like, well, yeah, my kid has it, or I know somebody who has it. What's the best approach? So there was a model developed by Dr. Ross Green. And honestly, this is the first time I've seen this specific model. It's called collaborative problem solving.
Okay.
So the philosophy of this approach is identifying skills that are missing rather than assuming that the behavior is the problem. So the philosophy is kids do well if they are able. That's the philosophy of the approach.
Sure.
Kids do well if they're able. So this kind of works towards helping them become more successful.
And recognizing.
Okay. It. So for example, instead of endless punishment, adults would work collaboratively with the child to solve conflicts, to show them how to work through it, like modeling in a way. And the approach has strong evidence-based data behind it. So I do like that one. Another one is DBT, which is dialectical behavior therapy. So DBT is an approach that focuses on feeling emotions and identifying emotions.
I thought it was a wrestling move.
It could be. Isn't that the DDT?
Yes.
Yeah, right. That's what I thought. Yeah. So yeah, dialectical behavior. It's a very common therapy approach used by many therapists. So DBT skills are increasingly used with adolescents struggling with anger, impulsivity, emotional intensity, and interpersonal conflicts. And what DBT teaches is how to manage, how to increase your tolerance when you're under stress. It teaches you mindfulness. It teaches you emotional regulation. I think that's the big one.
Emotional endurance.
Yeah.
Okay.
And communication.
Yeah.
Which of course is the key for any. Communication is really the key to most every mental health approach.
Okay.
Is being able to communicate effectively. So the parents also need support. And here's the problem. A lot of parents are struggling with this. They're getting their kids treatment, but they're not getting help themselves. So therapists can help the parents reduce reactive responses, maintain boundaries, improve consistency, and rebuild emotional connections. So in fact, if I have an adolescent, or children even that are rebellious, let's say, or oppositional. Well, let's use the terms of this disorder, ODD. They have oppositional defiant disorder. I work with the parents on setting up a structure and a contract with the client. Whereas if you're able to achieve these tasks, you get a reward for it. So it's focusing on instilling behavior for a reward rather than punishing an unwanted behavior.
Sure.
So it's more positive reinforcement.
That is a practice around our household.
And that's very difficult with parents sometimes because they get overwhelmed and frustrated, and it's just easier just to lash out. And again, individual therapy for adolescents. Yes, family therapy is important, but I think they need to have their own space to be felt and heard and listened to and help to understand what they're going through.
Sure. The
other thing that comes into play with a lot of ODD is medications. Now, again,
last resort.
You guys know my view on this. Medication is not a solution. It's a tool. And if we can use it to get people to where they need to be and then not need it anymore, that's the ideal. But a lot of times with ODD, one of the big things that's very common is most likely they have ADHD. They have problems focusing. So medications can improve impulsivity, concentration, and emotional control. SSRIs, which are antidepressants, that is also a medication that can help, especially if there's some irritability or anxiety involved with it. And then also another effective medication are atypical antipsychotics, risperidone, aripiprazole. Again, those are atypical antipsychotics.
Quaaludes.
I don't know what Quaaludes. I don't know what Quaaludes things. So here's, and I want to hit on this section because what makes things worse, and this is what I go through with parents. I will meet with the parents without the client there, and I will ask them, walk me through a typical conflict. Yelling, emotional breakdowns, screaming, dragging the kid out, putting him in his room. So here's the thing. Here's the things that escalate these behaviors: yelling, humiliating, inconsistent discipline, public shaming, harsh punishment without relationship repair. Now, when I say that, punishment is fine, but I always say to parents, after the fact, you need to debrief with your child to tell them to connect the dots, to say this is why this punishment was given,
right?
Because of these actions. So to put it in that light, so to give them, they see the connection from point A to B and what the consequences were.
Everything you just described, it sounds like a really a documentary on flowers in the attic.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and here's the thing, parents, the power struggle is real.
Yeah.
But you're never going to win the power struggle.
No.
Yes, you're the adult. Yes, technically you have more power, but you're not going to win this. This is not one that you want to have a power struggle with, because it's going to fail. It's going to fail every time. If the adult escalates, the kids will escalate, then nobody feels heard, and then it's a mess.
Right. And trying to come back from that takes time.
Yes, absolutely. So what we're going to do, folks, we have a part 4, because I know we have a lot of information to cover on this, and I want to make sure you get it all. So we are going to come back with part 4 of oppositional defiant disorder, and that should wrap us up on this one. And I'll give you a tease on what's coming up later for our next series.
Okay.
That sounds good.
Sounds great.
All right. So those of you on Facebook Live, stick around. We're going to do another episode. Those of you listening on audio, wherever you're listening, jump ahead another episode. If it's not there, it will be there next Tuesday or Thursday.
Fantastic.
Before we go,
who is it?
Just as a heads up, Detroit Dog Rescue, I usually pull from their stuff and have been doing it for years.
Yeah.
Their website's under construction. I finally got that.
Okay.
Because I kept having issues getting connected, and I did get that thing. So
Christina's still at work doing wonderful things.
They're still in business. They're still doing what they do.
Yes.
They're just working on the website. So in the meantime, we're going to the Taylor Animal Shelter.
Okay.
Ricky needs a home. Ricky is a lab. He's 2 years and 4 months old. He's a male. He's about 52 pounds, and he's good with kids and dogs.
Okay. What's
Ricky?
Oh, come on. My name is Ricky.
Ricky.
If someone does adopt him, his name's Ricky, but they should call him Schroeder.
Yeah.
Hey, Senator, there it is. See, look at him. Oh my goodness.
Look at that face.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, Ricky needs a home. That's Taylor Animal Shelter. I'm not quite sure of the website specifically, but you can find it. You can find it. Ricky needs a home.
Yes, please.
He's ready for an adoption. All righty, folks, that is our episode. We'll be back with oppositional defiant disorder part 4. In the meantime, change your thinking, change your life, laugh hard, run fast, be kind. We'll see you next time.